Think of great movies, you really do think of a select few. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, the Bond themes were always really special. But I was surprised to learn after interviewing so many people over so many years, the Bond themes that actually didn't make it to the big screen. We all know, of course, that Dame Shirley Bassey, the brilliant Dame Shirley, holds the record for recording 3 Bond themes. Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, and of course, Moonraker, one of my particular favourites. In fact, I think it's possibly her best. What about the other people that were cited to record Bond themes? What went wrong and why did we never hear them? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. I know, a nice bit of sun already. Lovely, isn't it? Yes, free vitamin D. Love it. And of course, it's nice to have your company too, whatever you're doing, whether you're going to bed or simply just getting up. Let's have a big wave of the day. You know, if you wave at me at night time, you'll sleep better. What do you mean you'll get nightmares? Don't be ridiculous. Naughty. No, of course. We have to think whether we're getting up or, of course, going to bed. Sweet dreams or have a wonderful day. But back as ever, though, to your breaking story. This really is because I was looking through a lot of interviews that I've given with people and done with people. I didn't realise, of course, when you talk to so many people, including the brilliant Nancy Sinatra, who recorded a Bond theme herself, that they actually wanted Frank Sinatra to record a Bond theme. That didn't work out. I could imagine that could have been a very tricky negotiations, though, can't you, with Frank? Always a little bit prickly. Met his son, Frank Sinatra Jr., when he came over to Ronnie Scott's just a few years back now. He's doing a concert there. Brilliant man, really sweet man actually, and very, very kind, very welcoming. But there were other people too that didn't quite make it for 007, and I didn't realise this, because when you think about it now, it's always a big thing, isn't it, to be selected to sing the Bond theme. The last person was a lady called Billie Ellis. That's right. Now, what I did like way back in the 1960s, we had Dame Shirley Bassey, but we also had the likes of Tom Jones, Nancy Sinatra and Matt Monro with his From Russia with Love. But it could have also been Cilla Black. She was under discussion because if you think about it, both the Beatles and her were very much under discussion because they were the biggest thing with Beatlemania, the Mersey beat, in the very heart of the 60s. Of course, Paul McCartney did get his Bond wish in the 70s with Live and Let Die. But when you fast forward, of course, to the 70s, and let's not forget, Patchoula Clark was also cited in the middle 60s because she was having huge success with Tony Hatch, another wonderful friend and a brilliant, brilliant composer, with hits like Downtown and Don't Sleep in the Subway. But of course, then you get into the 70s, and one of the people that really surprised me was none other than the Bond people wanted, Queen, the super group of the 70s, fronted by the brilliant Freddie Mercury. What a miss that was, because when you think about it, he just wrote anthems made for Bond already, didn't he? We had the likes of Lulu, Carly Simon, and moving into the 80s, some of the girls that I knew, like Sheena Easton for Your Eyes Only. And then we had sort of pop bands like Duran Duran. It was petering out a little bit then, because of course, as a very good source told me close to Bond, a lot of people thought it was a little bit, dated to do the theme. It wasn't cool or cultish or whatever. We had the likes of Ha-Ha, and then it came back with a bang with the wonderful Tina Turner. But of course, there's a lot of people, by the way, that didn't get their break. I remember talking to Patchoula Clark, who should be a dame, by the way, and she said she'd heard of it, but nobody had actually directly said to her that this was going to happen, because indeed, she would have snapped the chance. Like everybody, she loved a Bond theme. I'd love to know in the comments below who you think missed out on singing a Bond and who should have done a Bond theme. I mean, there are so many people out there when you think about it now. You look back, what about Jack Jones, a wonderful singer himself? He would have been great as a big international star. And of course, who could forget the iconic voice of Judy Garland? I thought they missed a trick there. Whatever your thoughts are on Bond themes, I would love to know in the comments below. And hopefully they'll leave me shaken and stirred. Oh yes, Neil Sean in the very heart of London.